What if I told you the silver market you see on your screen isn't real anymore? What if the price flashing on COMEX has almost nothing to do with the actual metal people are desperately trying to get their hands on? Right now, paper silver claims are exploding. Physical silver is vanishing, and the system holding it all together is starting to crack. This isn't hype. This is happening quietly, behind the scenes, and once it breaks, there is no rewind button. You're watching Silver Shockwave, and what you're about to hear explains why many insiders believe the COMEX is now on a death watch. For decades, the silver market has lived on a simple illusion. Paper contracts promised metal that almost nobody ever asked to receive. Traders rolled contracts, banks settled in cash, and the system survived because physical delivery was rare. But today, something has changed. The ratio between paper silver and real, deliverable silver has stretched to levels that would have sounded impossible just a few years ago. In some estimates, there are now over 180 paper claims for every single ounce of registered silver. Think about that. 1 ounce, 180 promises. That is not a market. That is leverage stacked on leverage, hoping nobody calls the bluff. And here's the problem. People are calling the bluff. Industrial users, sovereign buyers, private investors, even entities that never cared about physical delivery before are suddenly asking one dangerous question. Where is the metal? Registered silver stocks, the category that actually backs delivery, keep shrinking. Bars are leaving vaults faster than they are being replaced. Each month, inventories drain a little more. And every ounce that disappears tightens the noose around a system built on abundance that no longer exists. Before we go any further, if this kind of deep breakdown of the silver market is valuable to you, make sure you hit like and subscribe right now. This channel, Silver Shockwave, focuses on what mainstream financial media refuses to explain clearly. Subscribing helps you stay ahead of these shifts before they hit headlines and portfolios. And trust me, what's coming next is exactly why you don't want to miss future updates. The real danger isn't just low inventory, it's confidence. COMEX doesn't need every contract holder to demand delivery. It only takes a small percentage to overwhelm the system. When registered silver gets tight, exchanges rely on incentives, delays, and cash settlements to prevent panic. But incentives stop working when trust breaks. Once participants realize paper contracts are essentially IOUs backed by hope, not metal, behavior changes fast. That's when paper silver becomes radioactive. Banks understand this risk better than anyone. Many of them are deeply embedded in silver derivatives, leasing, and short positions that depend on stable prices and orderly settlement. A sudden rush for physical delivery would force them into the open market, competing with everyone else for a shrinking supply. That's not just expensive, it's potentially catastrophic. This is why you see unusual activity, rule changes, contract modifications, sudden vault transfers. None of it is random. What makes this moment even more dangerous is industrial demand. Silver isn't just a monetary metal anymore. It's essential for solar panels, electric vehicles, electronics, medical equipment, and military technology. These industries don't care about paper promises. They need metal on time and bulk. When industrial buyers start securing long-term supply directly, bypassing exchanges, it removes physical silver from circulation permanently. Those ounces don't come back, they are consumed. Now layer that on top of global debt, rising interest costs, geopolitical tension, and currency instability. Silver sits right at the intersection of all of it. When trust in financial systems weakens, hard assets matter more. When industrial demand rises, supply tightens. When both happen at the same time, price suppression becomes harder to maintain. This is the pressure building beneath the surface. The paper price you see today reflects leverage, not scarcity. It reflects short-term trading, not long-term reality. That's why you can see silver drop on a day when physical demand is exploding. That disconnect cannot last forever. History shows us that when paper markets lose credibility, price discovery moves elsewhere. It moves to physical transactions, private deals, and off-exchange markets. And when that happens, the old benchmarks lose control. There's also a psychological shift happening. Investors who once laughed at physical ownership are changing their tone. They are reading delivery reports, they're watching registered inventories, they're learning the difference between eligible silver and silver that can actually be delivered. Knowledge spreads, And once enough people understand the game changes. This is why some analysts quietly use phrases like bank run dynamics when talking about silver. Not because everyone will panic at once, but because once withdrawals exceed deposits, systems fail mathematically. It doesn't require emotion, just arithmetic. If 180 claims exist for 1 ounce, only one claimant can be satisfied. Everyone else gets a problem. And when that realization hits the broader market, reactions won't be slow or polite. Liquidity vanishes. Volatility explodes. Prices gap, not climb. The same structure that kept silver cheap on the way down magnifies the move on the way up. This is why suppression narratives always end the same way, quiet until suddenly loud. If you've made it this far, you already understand this isn't about predicting a date. It's about recognizing stress fractures before the collapse becomes obvious. Silver doesn't need perfection to reprice, it only needs pressure. And right now, pressure is coming from every direction at once. Near the end of this video, I want to hear from you. Do you think the COMEX can maintain confidence if registered silver keeps declining? Or do you believe price discovery is eventually forced into the physical market? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all, and the best discussions help shape future silver Shockwave videos. Also, if you found this breakdown useful, share it with someone who still believes paper and physical silver are the same thing. Sometimes one conversation is enough to open someone's eyes, because once you see the imbalance, you can't unsee it. Paper silver can multiply endlessly, physical silver cannot. And every system built on pretending otherwise eventually meets reality. When it does, those paying attention won't be surprised. They'll simply understand why it happened.